All right, this is MGTOW Unplugged. Up next, why men and women are so mad right now. Guys, if you think negative, some of those negatives will turn into positives, but you're going to have some negatives because you're thinking negative. And it's going to lead to negative things happen to you and positive things happen to you. But if you think positive all the time, negative can never exist. Only way negative can exist if you think negative. If you think positive, never. Negativity can never enter the thought. Okay, right now, the reason why men are so angry, and I get to the women later, is because we were born hunters and builders. That's where was our main job. They done took away our hunting. We don't have to hunt for food no more. Okay. We don't have to travel to make great structures for us to marvel at. I know we live in the United States and we don't have any pyramids, but that's because they destroyed them. Every land and continent got some great feat to it. United States, we just destroyed ours. But you better believe we had them, and we're missing that. We're missing that old hunters, that team building spirit from birth. I mean, they stick us in their classroom and tell us to learn about this, and that, which at the end of the day doesn't mean shit. So we become frustrated. What do we want to do when we are kids? Build things, blow things up, build these little team things, and with our soldiers, and we want to play with our little trucks, and so we want to build and construct and mold things. That's what we want to do. But it's been taken away from us. We sit behind a desk or, some type of computer, or we do this isolated work a lot. And it doesn't stimulate us. We go to school, it's isolated. Yeah, we're in this big group, but we got to go home and solve the problem by ourselves. We get a grade on our own. It means nothing to us. That's why we are so upset. And we don't realize we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. Every man, when they can, should have to go off 2 years, maybe 3 years, and help this country. I mean, our highways, our parks, our infrastructure is in turmoil. Who are the better people to fix it but our youth? Get them something to do, some skills. This is the stuff they long for. I guarantee you, we start opening up projects for youth like that, it would end gangs. It would end street banging. It would end young people hustling on the streets. because they can go find a trade to do. And maybe they have to stay with their parents. Maybe it'll be a wash where, hey, we can't pay you, but hey, you come with us and we'll teach you some job skills. And we'll feed you and stuff like that. We just can't afford to pay you. I mean, we are in dire need for our cities and our cities and states and stuff like that to get up to par. I mean, I'm getting off track, but we long for stuff like that. That's why the men are so upset, because they can't feel their childhood dream of building, construction, team building, like we used to do. We can't gather and go hunt our food anymore. So we can't gather and go build great structures for us to admire for spiritual reasons. For those group spiritual reasons. And so we really miss that. And that's why a lot of men are so angry, because they're so isolated in their work when they're used to team working. Okay? So, I just think if we got more to that, our streets would be a lot cleaner, a lot better, and our youth would be a lot happier. Okay? And that's just the product of us being, gatherers, us not, hunters. It's just the product of that. And they took that away from us. When it comes to women, they are gatherers. They used to go on them gathering stuff and doing talking to each other about this plant and that plant and this vegetable and that vegetable. They the teachers of our youth. They pretty much took that our way. The teaching society, there's teachers, but it's a male-dominant society where the teachers can't really teach. You should have one teacher from 1 to 12th grade. Our teachers should be so good and so up to par. You should need one freaking teacher from elementary to 12th grade. They don't do that. It's all departmentalized. When you do this, you teach them this, you teach them that, you teach them that. Shit, that confuse the shit out of me. It should confuse the kids too. The only ones who really make it got good memories. That's how you make it in school. If you want your kids to be great in school, just teach them. Just when they young, just teach them on their memory. Get them to memorize stuff. And then they'll be fine in school, because that's how school is. Who can remember the most? That's what it is. I'm saying let's get rid of that. Let's get these women back into teaching our kids what they need to know about the world. But we can't do that. That's the reason why the women are angry. They're supposed to be hunting and gathering and being our doctors, and the women can't be a doctor in this. I wish women were the heads of the doctors. You wouldn't have this shit now that's killing us. Because these men, these alpha males, they give us pills that kill us. Sure, you got a couple of women that going along, but if this is a woman-driven society, there ain't no way we'd be taking pills. They'll be saying, hey, you need to take this, you need to eat these vegetables, motherfucker, and you need to do this. Not no pills. That's male shit, because we don't know anything about that. That's a woman thing, gathering, figuring out what's going on. And if we do know about it, it's purposely shutting the women down and putting us in charge to higher up. Anyway, I'm kind of getting off top. I don't want to get too much into conspiracy stuff. Just remember, women are very good at raising our kids. We can't deny it. They're very good at teaching our kids. We can't deny it. So they should be the teachers of our kids. Absolutely. Without a syllabus to go by. Okay, and they should be, every city should have a centralized garden, a vegetable garden, a fruit garden. I mean, it can be, it's kind of like what they call it in New York City, the big park. Forget what they call it. That big park in New York. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it should be just centralized. People can go and just get fruits and vegetables for free. We're not paying for it. It's ridiculous. We have to pay for food that's for free. Anyway, and that goes into all this kind of stuff. We're supposed to be doing one thing, is my point. But they have taken us away from these jobs and got us doing other things. And this is why the undertension of anger is there. Because we are longing to do this or that, but they got us doing this or that. Okay, so we're already on edge. Okay? And just understand, guys, that I know it's a lot of guys, we mad at the women, but just understand, women got a little bit different than us. I have never in my lifetime turned on the news and heard that a man has been strangled and raped. I have never heard that in my life. I have never turned on the news and somebody said there was a male that was strangled and raped. Never heard that. So if you're saying this about women or that about women, you need to back up. Because we don't have that much fear in our life. We don't fear about being raped and strangled. That's what they live with. They see it on the news all the fucking time. Strangled and raped. Women, can you understand the fear that they put these women through? Fake news fear just to get them highly strung and in this fear mode. So understand that, guys. Okay? Just understand it's a bigger social engineering that's going on. That's bigger than our understanding. Okay? They make these women scared as shit. Every time you turn on TV, every time you look at a movie, a woman's getting raped, she's getting slapped, she's getting drugged, she's getting this, and she's getting that done to her. Even though these women, they look at the movie and they go through it, back in their mind, it plays tricks on them. Okay? And understand, we are the one that socialize women getting what they want. We give money to the prettiest women. We give money to the prettiest this and the prettiest that. And then we get mad because they take advantage of it? Come on, guys. We can't say, girl, you look pretty. Here you go. And then the next girl see it and say, well, shit, I'm going to try to look pretty too. Shit, I want some money too. It's a capitalist society. It's all about the rent, baby. And so we get mad. And we play in the social engineering. Come on, guys, man. We got to do better than being mad. Let's start helping out. Okay? Instead of getting mad and upset, let's just start trying something different than hating people. Okay? Took up too much of your time already. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.